The state of New Jersey has just passed a law that the governor signed to eliminate basic proficiency testing in writing and reading and mathematics for new teachers. Wait, Ken, you can't be serious. I'm afraid I am very serious that they have done this. Hi, I'm Dr. Ken Henry, and this is Conservative Commentary, where we spread the MAGA message. Before we begin, please do me a favor. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. That really does help us grow the channel and get the MAGA message out. And also go over to youtube.com/@themagamessage and check out our other videos. You know, Randi Weingarten in the Teachers Union and the National Education Association Teachers Union as well pushed to eliminate basic competency testing for teachers. It's the most nonsensical darn thing I've ever heard of. They said, well, we have a teacher shortage. Okay. But let me ask you this. If you had a physician shortage, would you eliminate the basic chemistry requirement that they understand basic chemical reactions? Would you eliminate for a surgeon the ability to handle a scalpel? This is just utter left lunatic nonsense. It's no wonder we keep falling further and further behind the rest of the world in education. And this governor, Phil Murphy of New Jersey, signs the darn bill into law because he got pressured by the union. They did a whole big campaign to do this. It's almost unbelievable. You know, they clamor that teaching is a profession and all of that, but professions police themselves, and the teachers certainly don't police themselves. That's for sure. And there should be a high bar to get into teaching, not a low bar. I was once believe it or not, a professor of education. And one of the things I emphasize to my students is teaching is a calling, like the ministry, truly. Teaching is the highest paid easy work and the lowest paid hard work. And I always preach to my students, said, look, I want you to be a maximalist, not a minimalist, because look at the lives that you're going to impact throughout your career. If you take a look at an elementary school teacher, let's say that teaches 20 years and has 30 students per year, how many lives has she or he impacted? High school teachers might have 550 students a day for 20 years. The impact of a teacher is amazing, and research has shown us that the impact of a bad teacher lasts 4 years. So if kids get 2 bad teachers in a row, they're doomed. We really have to come together in this country and stop this stupidity from taking place. There is no place in the education profession for people who can't do math, basic math, who can't read. There's just no place for them. And it's the kids who suffer, and they don't have a voice. But you've got this teachers union out there. You know why they want to lower the standards and get more teachers in? They get more dues and more power. It's pretty darn simple. The formula is not that difficult to master. Take a look at this clip from Fox News. And Please share your thoughts with us in the comments.
New Jersey's largest teachers union wants to get rid of a basic skills test requirement for aspiring educators. It posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, quote, "We need you to take action." Exclamation point. Last year, New Jersey eliminated the EDTPA, a barrier to becoming a certified teacher. Now it's time to eliminate another barrier, the basic skills test for teachers. Urge Governor Murphy to sign Senate Bill 1553 right away. The union claims this will help with the teacher shortage, but others say it just adds more fuel to the trend of students falling behind. Cassie, you have a daughter, and I know in D.C., and I know that you're trying to decide how to educate her.
Yes. Well, so my husband and I, when we were dating, he's like, I'm all public school, and I went to the Catholic school growing up. He was like, I got a great education. Our kids are going public school. And now he's like, we need to save our pennies. We are going to private school, or we need to. And it's not even like, oh, let's move to this good zip code, because it used to be your zip code could determine your education. Well, Fairfax County, Virginia, incredibly affluent county, and that's the epicenter of all this school board nonsense. So school choice is the answer to this conversation, because we know the national report card is in the tank, failing grades across the board. And now you're going to say, oh, let's just lower the barrier to entry for the people educating our kids, our most prized possessions. Everything we've been talking about today harkens back to the kids are not all right. They're getting their education in news from TikTok. So this just doesn't bode well for us. But yeah, shout out to my husband for moving in my direction.
Jeremy, you also, how are you educating your oldest right now?
That's right. So we have a 4-year-old, my oldest, and we have her in a Christian preschool, right, which we can trust. We know that she's getting those values that are important to us, and so we're thankful for that. But we're having a lot of conversations about what that's going to look like once she starts elementary school, and are we going to, continue in a private school setting, public school? So my wife and I were having a lot of discussions, and even homeschooling now is on the rise, in response to a lot of this madness in our.
Well, how dare you say that, Randy Weingarten? It's because homeschooling is on the rise because of gun violence.
It's crazy. I mean, these people, they're so disconnected with reality. It's insane. And my wife was homeschooled for much of her life. And what's so funny is that now I'm like trying to talk to my mother-in-law, get my mother-in-law out of retirement so she can homeschool our little ones. I'm like, we're trying to get her back to help out because it's scary when you think about where our education system is going.
Tammy, this is, you have to pass a skills test to become a hairstylist, to be a manicurist, but not to educate the nation's children.
Right, and I think it speaks to the fact of that they've been failing for a generation or two already. So that these people who went through the same system got taught nothing. So their room of people to choose from doesn't know what to do. As a matter of fact, and we are perpetuating that, Oregon the Department of Education has eliminated basic reading, writing, and math skills as requirements for graduation from high school. So those will be the next teacher group, right? It's madness, and that clearly it has to stop.
Yeah.
Well, the teachers in New York City sued over this and said that the disparity between the basic skills scorers was irrelevant. It was how they taught. They sued over this issue.
Oh. And they won, and it got better. It got better.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just, it's so laughable if it wasn't so absolutely destructive to our nation's children and the education. So first of all, I literally thought when I saw that X tweet, I thought it was a joke at first, because it was like, now it's time to call for removal of the next barrier, the basic skills. That's not a barrier. That's the fundamental qualifications for a position description.
Low is hard.
Yeah. Next time you go into surgery, oh, hey, doctor, don't worry about passing your test. I don't care if you know what is the difference between my spleen and my kidney. This is a joke. Instead of meeting the kids where they are and meeting the teachers where they are, which is rock bottom, and maybe investing in the actual education of them, they are saying, oh, don't worry about it, honey. Oh, here's your diploma anyway, in case I hurt your feelings along the way. I am so frightened for our future, because it will be led by absolutely uneducated idiots that think they are doing me a favor by dumbing me down.